Hello, welcome back. It's Saturday afternoon and rainy and gloomy, dark-ish, cool, coldish. So it's a perfect afternoon to stay in and make some videos, which I've been working on, but the information and the tea has been coming so fast, I can't. It's like, get working on this one. Oh, there's more to it. Oh, wait, a little more to it. So, I'm sure that's how you all feel too. It's like we needed to buckle up our seatbelts and get in for the ride, and it's been a ride. I just want to start by saying that there's a lot of rumors out there. I guess Katie Joy's the one spreading them, that everybody out here in YouTube land is influenced or something by this YouTube cult. And it's not my experience, and it's not the experience of all these other people I talk to. So there's no like puppet master here telling me to come on, and I'm not reacting to some of the, would it be the bigger content makers or the more well-known, maybe? Because obviously I don't even have 1,000 subs, so I'm just a beginner learning. But yeah, I just wanted it to be very clear. I'm nobody's puppet. This is all coming from my experience with Katie Joy. Now, a month ago, started making some videos, and it was because she told us she was adding more fundy tea, and the people she talked about, the Roloffs, Outdaughtered, Sweet Home Sextuplets, Bates, none of these are fundies. I mean, the Bates are pretty right-winged Christians, but I'm not sure that puts them in the world of fundies. But anyway, I came out because I kept telling Katie in the comment section whenever I could, Katie, that's not quite right. You're letting your audience know something that's not true. And so I wasn't being snarky, or as in my time, I think we called that being snotty. But now the new word's snarky. So I wasn't being snarky. I was really trying to be helpful and share with her, because I thought naively so, I thought that a creator might care that they're sharing with their audience, that they would respect their audience enough to say, I'm not doing that kind of content. I'm going to tell the truth. But I was wrong. She didn't care about that at all. So as she blocked and deleted me, I realized, okay, that I don't have an avenue now to talk to her, and yet she's still out there making stuff up. So one night, Todd and her were on live, and Todd said, if you think you can do better talking to all of us out here, then you go for it. Oh, well, that's a novel idea, Todd. I get you. I'm hearing you. I'm going to be doing, hopefully, some catch-up videos this weekend, and also a couple new ones. And I'm going to start with this new one because it's fresh and on my mind. I'm just going to get it out there to you. But yeah, I got some ideas for Todd that I'd like to share, and you'll see over the weekend. Anyway, let's start with this video. I happen to have a front row seat to the UniRock, Without a Crystal Ball, Creepshow art, Steve McRae, Augie, the whole big shitstorm. I got to see it all because I happened to be up late and in Uni's server, I guess you'd call it. So I had heard that Katie Joy had, after she had made a live, had gone to Uni's server. Now, I'd only seen a couple little things on Uni. I was aware that Uni was supposedly a protector of Katie. That's what people that had talked to me had said. Uni's a protector. So I didn't really care about that. I was wanting to see how Katie interacted after her live stream with the people on Uni's. Does she treat his subs the way she treats her subs? And how does she treat UniRock? So anyway, I was chiming in and putting my 2 cents in like everybody else. And I think it was over. It was already over, maybe. I'm not sure about that. But I realized I had been blocked in my comments. So as I was saying nice things and encouraging this lady named Charlie, who, by the way, nailed it, perfect. Her advice was spot on. And if you watch that video, you're going to watch Katie Joy in real time not want to hear it. She kept trying to butt in and deflect and say, oh, no, that's not. And UniRock was pulling her back, now wait, Katie, let's listen, and then Charlie kept saying, hear me out. But Katie Joy did not really want to hear it. But, I mean, we made it through the video, and she, at the end of the video, it almost looked to me like, okay, I'm going to say what I'm supposed to say right now. Like, thank you so much. I'm going to take it under consideration. Bye. That's what I saw. That's kind of what it went for me. But later then, I went back to see something and I realized I'm blocked. UniRock blocked me. Okay. So the next day when he was on, I was like, when I saw he was on, I was like, I need to talk to you a minute. So I went in under one of my other accounts and said, hey, Uni, I've been blocked. Why? And he said to me, I'm not aware of that. I don't know. Let's get the mods to check this out. But as far as I'm concerned, there's no reason for you to be blocked. So we were conversing. There wasn't a lot of people left. It was towards the end of his evening. And so, I don't know, maybe the last half hour or something, him and I were exchanging through comments. He was kind of paying attention, and I was paying attention to him, obviously. And he did offer me the floor at that point. Like, come in, tell me the story. You got things to say about Katie? Come on in. Well, coming in meant to continue to type on my phone at 3 o'clock in the morning or something with the peck and, the peck and look for. That wasn't typing. I can type, but to sit and have to type out my story about Katie, how many characters am I going to get? And I have to do it with one finger. So I nicely said, hey, I'd love to, but I'm not prepared. I don't have the right equipment. This will be difficult. So he was real nice. No problem, whatever. So meanwhile, I got put back on. I was no longer deleted or blocked. And come to find out, it was Katie that blocked me the night before. Katie had, at that time, a wrench from UniRock. I guess she must be one of his moderators. And she's the one that blocked me. So okay. I don't know what I'd said because I don't think Katie Joy knows I'm alive. But I don't know what I said that night that would have PO'd her, but she was already in a mood, so it could have been anything. Okay, so first night, I'm blocked, but Charlie's telling her good advice. And the next day, there's an apology. And it was a terrible apology, but what she took from Charlie's advice was, I need to be a better responder. She kind of got that, meaning she changed her tone and her demeanor, but she did not change the message, which is the problem. So she was going to be a better responder by saying it softer with a smile. Yeah, I'm a better responder now, right? But she didn't mean a word of it. I thought, okay, I'm going to watch because as I was making my content, if she's had some breakthrough or changed your ways, then I don't want to pile on. So I thought I'm just going to take a little bit step back, which gets us to the third day. And on the third day, that evening, UniRock and Creepshow are in Augie's channel. And Creepshow was in talking the night before, the night Katie was there. And there was already argument. I didn't know. I've since found out, that she, she meaning Katie, and Creepshow Art had already had some history going on here. So that transpired in front of our eyes, and UniRock was trying to make amends. It was like he's trying to be a peace broker, is what I saw. Now, people that don't like Katie probably are thinking, you just want Katie's side to be taken. That's not what I saw. I saw a man genuinely trying to find a way to broker some sort of peace, because obviously Katie's world is spiraling out of control. He brought on Charlie to have her try to help. Creepshow, she had her own side. And Creepshow, by the way, I don't know exactly what brought her to this Katie Joy world, but it is similar to mine in that she's not a puppet. She's a person that watched it burn and is speaking out. So let's remember that. So UniRock is always kind of believed Katie when everybody else, I don't think so. So anyway, I saw him being nice. I saw him trying to broker like a softer place for Katie Joy to be heard. And then maybe the rest of us could figure out if we agreed or not. Well, that continues then on to the Augie night. And number one, everyone on the internet or on YouTube knows I don't care for Katie. I don't care for Katie's behavior. I've called her out on many things. So, not a Katie fan here. Number two, barely knew Creepshow, but the video she put out was dead nuts right, on point, really good. She nailed her. She nailed her. UniRock, again, known him for a couple hours. And I had both good and I didn't really have bad experiences, but we had a couple issues we worked through. And then I see that he was trying to help broker a peace deal here. Well, little did he know he had, Egypt and Israel, Palestine. He was trying to do Middle East peace because there's not. Katie Joy doesn't want peace. She wants the chaos. So, on Augie, it's UniRock and Creepshow Art. And sorry, Creepshow, but if you go back and watch it, I think you'll agree with me. You came off really mean-spirited, really bad. And it was like cringe-worthy to watch. Well, what does cringe-worthy do to the rest of us? We go, that's not good. Don't behave like Katie. Oh, dear. Because she was like hammering Uni, barely letting him talk, and then holding to, you said 1 point, and no, you don't get 2 points. And it was like, now remember, I'm on Creepshow Art's side. That's the side I agree with and believe in. But it didn't go well at all. And Uni got beat up. Well, I don't know the names of the fellas that were also in Augie's stream that night, but there were some other fellas, and they didn't know any of this story. So as Creepshow Art was saying some of the things that are horrific, again, I agree with her on this, they were like taken aback, like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. This woman is saying this stuff? Whoa. So popular opinion in amongst the group was Creepshow, yes, UniRock, no. And UniRock's a no because his association, guilt by association. So UniRock didn't have a chance. I, as a viewer, this is to Augie right now. If he hears this, I, I doubt you'll ever hear this, but I really wanted to hear straightforward the evidence he gave you. I think you said it was like 10 minutes long. Well, that evening went hours. So as a viewer, I watched Creepshow's video. So I was curious to see what UniRock was bringing to the table. Well, we never got there. We got bits and pieces, but we didn't get a fluid story because of all the interruptions and the laughter and the basically uni sucks. And yeah, it was hard as a viewer. I wanted to hear what he had to say. Then I could have made up my own mind. Go, okay, I've heard Creepshow's part, and I already have my opinion on Katie. So I got that. Right now, I believe I agree 100% with Creepshow. What does Augie have to say? I mean, UniRock have to say? Oh, okay. Maybe I would have bent a little. Maybe I wouldn't have. And I'd have to say, sorry, UniRock. I agree with what I've been told. You are protecting her. You're not seeing the forest for the trees. But I wanted to be able to decide that. And that evening, that wasn't going to happen. So once we get through some of this, what do? We drive it up a notch. In comes Steve McRae. Now, I know Steve McRae only through videos I've watched to catch up to the drama of YouTube. I've been watching some drama for like 9 months. I've been on YouTube for 1 month. So some of these players, I don't know. For instance, there was a video this week that Leslie Bass had made. If I didn't already feel the feelings I have towards Katie, hearing the way Katie talked, oh my gosh. I don't know how Leslie didn't reach through the phone and wring her neck. It was terrible, mean, vulgar, disgusting. And she felt entitled to do that to Leslie because she connected this other man's mental health issues to her son's problems. And that was such a stretch. It was like she was looking for, oh, wait a minute, that's like my son, so now I can say anything I want. No, you don't get to do that, Katie. And it was none of your business. Leslie's channel is Leslie's channel. What were you doing? It was disgusting. If any of you have heard it, disgusting. Okay, so I've learned a little bit about Leslie Bass and that story because I'm catching up. And I've learned a little bit. B. Haney had a really good little series. If anybody wants to watch that, to get me a little bit updated here on this Steve McRae. Okay. Of what I know, I believe Steve McRae. Now, again, that's based on an hour or two of research, of listening to a few things, reading a few things. But it looks really, really, really like Steve McRae was telling the truth. Now that I know the person that Katie is, I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. So she wants to say these terrible things about Steve. She's a pattern here. She gets mad at you or doesn't like you from the get-go. She is going to go to the ends of the earth to hurt you. She's an extremely vengeful person. Extremely vengeful person. Okay, so, like I said, I'm on Steve's team. That puts me at odds with UniRock as the fellas started talking. And it got, again, I felt there was some bullying going on. But Creepshow Art is no longer in on any of that. She has softened throughout the course of this interview, and she's now trying to wait, guys, let UniRock get his story out. So she was trying to broker some peace there. It didn't happen, but she tried. So even though she was started out kind of angry and in Uni's face, in my opinion, too harshly, she was right. But you can be right and not be snotty about it. I mean, we would have all found out once that interview or that 10-minute clip played. We could have then in her corner, but I can't be in your corner acting like that. So I've had my moments in my life. I'm not, one time doesn't make who you are. But anyway, back to she did soften. But the fellas are now like climbing out of the walls because they've now been hearing these stories, and they're like, the elephant in the room is Katie Joy. Wow, what the cross? This story, Katie Joy. So it was a very unpleasant evening for UniRock from what I saw. Which gets us to day 4. UniRock says that he felt it wasn't so bad what we saw. He felt that maybe some of his stuff had gotten through to some of the people he wanted it to. I didn't see that.